Okay,
Who has the first line?
I do.
Right.
Okay. Hello, my name is Hailey Stevens.
And I'm Adam Levine.
Adam is also my godfather, so we have decided to try and put together a little podcast for life during COVID. For many millions of people right now, life is especially challenging in unprecedented ways on levels many of us have not experienced before. We would like to try and make it all a little bit brighter, not drastically, but in ways we are able to.
That's right. People are sick, frightened, depressed, unemployed, or worse. Unfortunately, we can't fix that, but we want to put something out there to counter it.
That's why Adam has asked me to do a podcast with him. So I hope this small gesture will make you smile or laugh. This show is called Life is Hard, but it's a very simple concept. Each week, myself or Adam will have a show and Marvel, can you come inside? We'll have a show and tell of one thing that makes us happy or glad.
Then
Hang on.
the other one asks a few questions about it to try and understand it more fully and to try and experience the same uplifting thoughts. We're not sure where the podcast will go or whether it will be any good, but we're going to try it and see what happens.
That's right. But before we start, we'd like to introduce each other. Adam is not only my godfather, but an extremely talented house flipper. He's also an almost professional pianist who specializes in all things Broadway. Adam's hard work ethic has led him to graduate from London School of Economics with a master's in economics, which I'm sure will come in handy when he becomes the first gay president.
That was a very strong ending.
Short and sweet.
I love it. Hailey Stevens is the only child of Philip Stevens and Yen Yu. She's also the best. She was born in the United Kingdom and currently attends high school there. She's lived in the UK, China, and Australia, and her geographically diverse upbringing has helped to inform her nuanced and optimistic worldview. She hopes to attend college in the United States and would like to move to New York after graduation. Hailey's hobbies include working on ice skating routines with her dad, walking her dog Marble, visiting her grandparents in Bendigo, watching her favorite YouTubers, and discovering old musical films. Her favorite is Mamma Mia, but she also loves Singing in the Rain and Little Shop of Horrors. Now, without further ado, we bring you
Life is hard,
but. So, Hailey, what makes you happy today?
Today, well, not today, but most days, I start my morning by walking my dog, which is nice because I get to go out and it gives me a reason to actually get out of bed in the morning while I'm not doing much else. And it's good right now because, the weather's nice, so it's just nice being outside.
I bet, yeah.
It's really nice though because you get to do a bit of exercise without getting all sweaty and gross like you normally do when you exercise. And yeah.
That's really sweet. And you probably like to hang out with, what's the dog's name?
Marble. He's a Maltese Terrier.
I was pretending for the viewer's sake that I didn't know that.
Right, of course.
I didn't know what it was. I don't think I've seen a few pictures of Marble. Well, this is a great thing to make you happy. But I have a few questions. First of all, What time do you usually walk Marble?
So I wake up.
He heard his
around.
Name.
I know, right? He's got to respond to your question for me. No, so I normally take him out around 11:30. I think it's gotten a bit late though, because normally when I'm not here, my dad would take him out in the morning at like 9. But yeah, it's good because it means I still get to sleep in as well as take him out. So
absolutely,
that's the best of both worlds.
Right. Yeah. And Hailey, how long does a typical Marble walk last, and what do you do on it? And also, how do you know where your route is?
Oh, so a very interesting route around in front of the apartment buildings. and then down to a park next to the primary school where he gets to run around off the leash. And then we walk to the supermarket and back home, which is like 45 minutes,
Wow.
40-minute walk. So
This is
lucky.
a healthy walk. Yeah. 45 minutes in total.
Although it is a slow walk because we have to stop every 10 minutes for him to sniff.
Right.
Every like couple meters.
Right. I imagine that.
Yeah.
And at the supermarket, do you go in and do you buy him a bone?
Sometimes yes. Jan sometimes comes with me, which is always nice. And then
That's
we
nice.
get to go there, get a coffee. Have you ever tried walking JVC, your cat?
So I think I tried once. I think in the drawer behind me, there's a personalized collar for him
Oh no.
because I didn't know what a cat was before I got him.
Yeah.
And that was like back in the time when I also tried to give him a bath.
Right.
Not something you want to do for a cat. And they both went in the same directions, just like no go. You don't even attempt.
Yeah.
I guess some cats actually are not afraid to go outdoors, but JVC, he's very weird. He's like me, and he hates leaving the apartment, and it is probably the most stressful thing that ever happens to him, except when he sneaks out into the hallway sometimes, and in my building there's a crawl space that you can access if you go down into the basement, and JVC has run down there a few times on his own volition, and he finds soot and he rolls around in the soot, and
Oh no.
he's at his absolute happiest in his entire existence when he's covered in soot and rolling around with the soot and the spiders. That's the extent
Wow.
of a JVC walk.
Oh my gosh.
But that actually sort of brings me to my main question, which is um, a lot of the people that are going to see this probably don't have dogs or even cats. So what would you recommend, like, as a way of kind of capturing the same positive spirit and benefits, but for people that might not have a marble or a JVC?
Yeah. Well, if you can, maybe like foster a dog, foster a cat or
Really
whatever,
good
because
idea.
that's always not permanent, but then they still have a home for a while, like a nice,
A lot
loving
of people
home.
do that too. A lot of people do.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
weird.
I
It's a
think people
thing.
are doing it now, especially because of
Yeah.
things
A lot of
happening.
people have gotten pets.
Yeah, so there's always that option. If you can't do that, find a friend if you're allowed to, or find a family member who's willing to go out and walk around with you. Because I find walking by myself is a bit boring. Like
Right.
even with a dog, at least you're kind of focusing on something else as well as relaxing. I don't know if that makes
It's
sense.
good. I feel like it's just good because it gets you outside of yourself. Because like right now for me in quarantine, I spend so much time by myself that it's
Hmm.
very welcome for me to have any interactions with anybody. And
Right,
like
exactly.
walking is a great way to, like, you change the environment a little bit. That's why a lot of people that I know that have gone on holidays have been like, it's so helpful right now
Yeah.
because you
Yeah,
get
I
a
think,
scene change.
yeah, that's so true, honestly. Like, I find, especially when you're walking, you could have a really good conversation with someone as well.
Yeah,
Because you aren't like looking at your phone. I always find that like if I'm sitting down, my phone's always near me, so I'm gonna end up glancing at it halfway through a
absolutely.
conversation. And I think when you're walking, you gotta pay attention to the road, or you're just observing the nature, which isn't distracting enough, so that you can still have a conversation.
Right.
So I don't know. I always find that really nice to go with someone or with my dog.
Like, would you
So
maybe recommend, or is it too extreme? Would you maybe recommend that people like adapt a no phone rule when they go walking and just leave their phones home?
yeah,
Or is
yeah. I
that
mean,
that's a little bit drastic?
I think maybe not a rule because I like to listen to music when I walk marble.
Yeah, me
I
too.
don't look at my phone, but like just listening to a podcast or listening to music is also really nice because you don't do that very often. And if you're doing watching TV or you're reading a book, you can't really multitask like
Yeah.
that. But I guess no phone, like no looking at it. Does that make sense?
No looking
Bring
at
it
it. Yeah,
with you
that makes sense.
to,
Keep it in your pocket.
yeah,
I feel like this is a really good first activity because it's so universal. And it's also
yeah,
something that is really easy to overlook. And I feel like that during COVID especially, a lot of people, including myself, have had to like take a renewed look at just the small everyday things in the world around us, and be like, wow, like I never thought about how nice it is like when there's a breeze, you know, or like I never noticed that plant 2 blocks away because I was never stuck in my, you know, in my life like this before. And but I feel like it's been really eye-opening, and I think that's the spirit that your suggestion is.
Yeah, I agree. I think I used to not get to walk marble very much because I was at school most of the year, and then I'd be home for maybe 8 weeks a year or something like that. Um, but it's just been nice because the last 5 months almost have just been being at home, not really doing a lot of schoolwork, and just enjoying being with family and the dog.
Do you miss marble when you're at school?
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
How old is
More than the
marble?
family, I think, more than my
Oh,
parents.
absolutely, yeah.
Yeah,
Totally
and
understand.
I don't know. I think sometimes walking him can be a hassle if the weather's bad and like you just don't want to get out of bed. But at the same time, once you're out, it's so nice. And I definitely miss that because in school, you don't have that chance to walk around aimlessly. You're always walking towards the next lesson or going back to house to have lunch or whatever it is. Wherever you need to be going, you always have to be going somewhere.
Yeah,
But you don't, yeah, right now it's really nice that you don't have to be going somewhere always.
I feel the exact same way. Also, like I really like that a lot of time has just started to feel much freer because of that. Even like though I'm still working and I'm still trying to take a schedule, keep a schedule in order to like just stay focused, I realized that like especially when you're a grown up, like and out of school, you're so controlled by the things that you're supposed to be doing, you know? And I was like texting
Yeah.
with a friend and she was like, yeah, it's really, really great to not have to do 27 things in one day and then being upset when I only get 9 of them done. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I know that is really nice. And it's allowed me to like do things that I never really, like I never ever before was at all interested in cooking. And mostly because I thought it was a waste of time. But now I think it's a good investment, and I'm able to invest the time in it. And since it doesn't stress me out that I'm wasting time, I'm actually really enjoying cooking and getting a lot
Yeah.
better at it. And
Yeah.
that's like, you know, that's another like thing we can talk about next time.
Yeah.
You know, we're
Never.
off topic, but I basically I totally get what you're saying about like that the walk is really nice because A, it takes you out of your physical environment, but B, it also takes you out of your like mental environment.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
exactly.
I mean, a walk is kind of like a mini vacation.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Yeah.
true. 45-minute vacation.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. And
Yeah.
that's with your best friend.
Yeah,
So of course
exactly.
that's going to make you happy. Wow.
I have to say, I think Marble does enjoy when he goes to Bendigo more though to go for his walks because he gets to. So for me, I like being walking around here because there's always the chance of getting a coffee or sitting in the park where it's not too cluttered or anything. There's seats and stuff so he can relax. But I think he likes being in the bush, walking around in all the mud and the dirt and the leaves,
Sounds like
and
yeah.
yeah, exploring literally miles of trees. So I wonder what his take would be on our morning walks.
Right. Like, man,
It'd be interesting.
I wish we could visit my great grandparents.
Yeah.
Go to the stupid supermarket.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
I wish we
I'm sure he appreciates them. Like, I think that he probably doesn't have a big enough brain to understand like the opportunity cost. You know,
there's always that. Yeah.
I think he's just so happy that his mom's back for, you know, for now, and he gets to spend so
Yeah.
much time with you.
Yeah, exactly. I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a real
Yeah.
gift. But walking in general too, for the people that don't have, you know, dogs or cats,
Yeah.
or if they have like
Exactly. If you don't
other
have
pets
pets.
that can't walk, yeah, like my cat.
Yeah.
Well, that's
That's
really
always good.
nice.
Just
Yeah.
hope it's made some people, gives some people some inspiration. to
Sure did. Well,
leave the house or,
it
go out
inspired
for a
me.
walk.
It inspired
Yeah.
me, and it made me
It's good.
think that like maybe more often I should just go on a random walk around the block. Like if I'm just feeling in a
Yeah.
bad mood or stressed, like it's good.
It doesn't even have to be like a long walk or anything. Just 20 minutes just to clear your head, I guess.
Yeah, it really clears your head.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, cool. Well, um, anything else that
Is
you
that
want to say
everything?
about that? There,
I think
no pressure. I don't want to cut you
I
off.
don't think there's anything. I don't think I've got much else to say about it. I'm sure my dog does.
No,
I'm sure Marvel
I
does.
think
But
we covered it very thoroughly.
yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Okay.
Great. So we'll see you all next week.
Yeah.
With a new thing that makes us happy that we want to try and export to you.
We get to share Adam's favorite thing next week. Should be exciting.
Right.
Should be something interesting.
It's gonna be a lot weirder than yours.
I don't know yet. We'll see.
We'll find out. It's a cliffhanger.
Yeah, cliffhanger. Keep people interested.
Cool. Well, bye guys.
Okay, bye.